oh my gosh. Just because you're surprised doesn't mean you're not prepared. Just because you're surprised doesn't mean you're not prepared. Think of the number of times over the past 4 months where something has come as a surprise to you, like every day, right? It seems like something new is popping up. We're like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming, or I really wish this wasn't happening right now, or I can't believe this is happening, or like, what is this? You know, whether it's related to business or your personal life. Like I know in my situation, I was surprised by the fact that COVID hit and, you know, over 80% of my speaking engagements either got canceled or postponed in some way. And I was like, oh, I have to go totally virtual. What's happening? I'm only 7 months into being a business owner. This is like really scary. And in that moment, what can happen is we can go into panic mode. When we go into panic mode, we immediately become less resourceful. We're less creative. We're more reactive. We're not able to access that really generative part of our brain that can help us problem solve and help us imagine what might be possible if we weren't so stuck in that place of what's wrong. And so think about a time where that's happened, where you've been caught by surprise. And maybe it was something relating to how you had to pivot for a client. Maybe it was, oh my gosh, I've never worked from home before and now I have to figure that out. Or maybe it was something where, you know, you had to suddenly become a homeschool teacher, which is something that like no parent really signed up for. And so you have a situation where you were caught by surprise. And what I would imagine happened is there were probably some moments where you just felt really unqualified or really inadequate or really incompetent in some ways. And those are all kind of like normal parts of the process of transitioning and of adapting and changing. So if those things happen for you, there's nothing wrong with you. I just want to encourage you in that. But to recognize that human beings are incredibly adaptable. We have this ability to change and to pivot in ways that we often are not even aware of. But when we're forced to, then we can rise up and we can tap into these resources and these strengths and these skills inside of ourselves that we didn't even know were there. And that maybe something has been preparing us all along. Maybe there's been something that has happened for a period of years that we didn't even know was actually preparation for something that is now a surprise. And if we were to just pause for a moment and kind of tap into all of that inside of ourselves, we could get through it with greater confidence and greater courage. So think about that. What is something that has felt like a surprise lately? And what would happen if you were to just tell yourself with confidence, you know what? This may have caught me off guard. I didn't see this coming. This was a surprise, but I am ready for it. And I am prepared and I can respond and I will get through this, because you will.